Tamsen Fadal. Well, one of Prince's biggest hits begins with a eulogy. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to get through this thing called life. And tonight, we're going to talk about his life.
It's all I heard. Are we gonna let the elevator bring us down? Oh, no, let's go great. Let's give enough.
Well, that was a clip of Prince's performance during the halftime show of the 2007 Super Bowl, a show that also saw him amazingly perform Purple Rain in the pouring rain. Remember that one? Over his career, Prince won 7 Grammys. He earned 30 nominations. 5 of his singles topped the charts. 14 others hit the top 10. And he won an Oscar for Best Original Score for Purple Rain and sold 100 million records, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. In other words, it is hard to imagine what pop music would sound like today had it not been for Prince.
Well, Prince was found dead this morning in the elevator of his suburban Minneapolis mansion. He was from Minnesota. He lived there his entire life. That's where he pioneered the Minneapolis sound, as it was called, a mix of funk, pop, rock, and new wave. He passed away at the age of 57. We don't know how he died yet, but we do know how he lived, and he touched a lot of lives.
Yeah, he certainly did. His fans include a ton of celebrities like Questlove and Spike Lee. And in fact, Spike threw a block party in the Purple One's honor tonight in Brooklyn. PIX 11's Ayanna Harry is live in Fort Greene tonight with a story and a look. Hi there, Ayanna.
Look, this is a celebration of life, a true Prince block party. Right now, South Elliott is completely shut down. People of all ages are dancing in the street, having a wonderful time. And the neighbors, they don't even care because, look, everyone recognizes today we lost a true musical genius. And who could think of a better way to recognize a man that touched so many?
When you ask me who my first love was, it's ultimately, obviously, everyone knows it was Prince. Like at 12, I fell in love.
She could drink and be back in time for the morning paper.
Over 3 decades of boyfriends, breakups, and everything in between, Karen St. Hilaire says Prince played the soundtrack of her life.
Even when I listen to something like Mountains, it's a song about getting your heart broken because you're waiting for that big thing to happen, but it's not going to happen. Gotcha. And you're going to cry like an ocean of tears.
Prince, we could use so many different words to describe him. Singer, songwriter, guitar player, and yet there was still something about the artist that couldn't be captured in words. Hours after his death, Spike Lee put out the call for a gathering in Brooklyn. Faithful fans pulled out their vintage gear and their powerful memories. What is it about Prince's music that really spoke to you personally?
Prince, like in a world that I think stereotypes black men to be like a certain way, Prince is one of the guys who kind of like, for me, like redefine what like black masculinity can be.
Do you think this is what Prince would want, his fans out in the streets listening to his music?
Oh yeah, Prince went out partying.
So around 8:30 this evening, it was time to sing and dance in the street to honor a legend.
I just wanted to be around people that love him and feel him. So I'm really grateful. So grateful.
How would you describe the atmosphere on the streets here?
Right now, I feel like there's this kinship.
John and Tamsen, this is truly a joyful occasion. This party shows no signs of stopping anytime soon. And if you take a look at the crowd, one thing I want you to notice, it's incredibly diverse. People from all over the world, all ages. It just goes to show how universal Prince's music was. So reporting live from the Prince Block Party in Brooklyn, Ayanna Harry, PIX 11 News.
What a celebration out there. It really is, of his life, his music, legacy. I mean, he's just, you know, it just touched so many people. We're talking on Facebook or streaming their live as well. And just listening to people have, you know, memories of a time in their life or their song or where they were.
We're talking about wearing out the Purple Rain cassette.
Right.
I see it in my mind's eye right now.
I know.
Played that thing
just
a million times.
Too young and just so talented and just such a loss.
Just so unexpected, too.
Yeah, it really is. So all over New Jersey and New York, fans paying tribute to Prince. We're going to take you to another party in Brooklyn in his honor coming up in the next half hour.
Earlier today, the Apollo Theater changed its marquee in the honor of the beautiful one. Nothing compares to you. Over the course of his career, Prince made several appearances at the Apollo, including a historic concert back in 1993.
Something else to show you, an advanced look at tomorrow's daily news cover. You can see Prince there taking up the full cover with the headline, R.I.P. You Sexy Mother, in purple.
In purple, no less. Pretty cool. All right, moving on. The wrestling world also mourning a loss today. WWE legend Chyna dies. The former professional wrestler, that is, found in her home in Los Angeles yesterday. Chyna's real name was Joan Marie Lauer. Lauer had admitted to past drug and alcohol problems. The cause of her death still under investigation. She was known as one of the most popular female wrestlers in history. Chyna was 46 years old. New at 10 o'clock, some big changes coming to your next cab ride. Those partitions separating you and the cab driver are going away. Yep, the Taxi and Limousine Commission says it's a move to better compete with ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft. The partitions are meant to keep drivers safe, and as we have showed you, drivers are often the targets of some pretty violent attacks. PIX 11's Jay Dow joining us live in Midtown now with more on this story. Jay.
Well, John, let's be clear. The medallion owners will be making the decisions in this new policy change, but it's the passengers in the back and the drivers who are just trying to make a living that will be affected by it. The yellow cab you have grown accustomed to, specifically the cramped quarters created by the partition, has its roots in the crime-ridden New York City of the early 1990s. But fast forward to 2016, and passengers are likely to tell you their preference for a partition has more to do with privacy than safety.
I like the partitions.
Because of safety?
No, just the way I'm used to.
But yellow cab medallion owners are facing fierce competition these days from app-based services like Uber and Lyft, which allows drivers to operate vehicles without a partition. So the City Taxi and Limousine Commission now says yellow cab medallion owners will have that option as well, if they switch to a surveillance camera system. Quote, the studies show that in-vehicle camera systems effectively deter would-be criminals and significantly improve the likelihood that criminals are apprehended and successfully prosecuted. That does not sit well with this driver, who does not own his yellow cab's medallion and will not have a say in whether or not the partition stays or goes.
If they do take the partition, I don't feel safe at all. That's my take. I don't feel safe by them taking the partition.
You like the partition?
I like it.
Beta V. Desai of the New York Taxi Workers Alliance says the TLC is putting yellow cab drivers' safety at risk.
I think this policy change is a horrible way to react to the economic desperation that drivers are feeling. But the answer is not to tell them to sacrifice the security of their life. A worker should not have to choose between safety and a livable income.
This policy change is going to take effect on May 28th, but listen to this. The medallion owners will only have a limited time window when they're able to make this kind of decision, because the new taxi cab of the future made by Nissan comes shipped with a partition that takes choice out of the discussion. We're live on the east side tonight. Jay Dow, PIX 11 News.
Interesting, Jay. Thank you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the weather as we get closer to the weekend. Hi there, Mr. G.
Thumbs up over the weekend. Bit of a change in the next 24 hours, and a good late evening, everybody, on a tough night. You can see again the clouds rolling in, a couple of spritzes across the Jersey-New York border. And then as we head out a little bit to the west, you can see more scattered showers. They're going to clip us tomorrow, basically in the afternoon, on and off throughout the day, and especially at night. This is the stamp with the day and the time. This is the time, and you can see as we get into the afternoon hours, a couple of scattered showers about. There's your day for tomorrow. We'll take a look at the weekend and the next 7 days later on.
All right, G, thank you.
All right, a new way to battle the Zika virus coming up. How bus ads are physically killing the spread of the virus, one mosquito at a time.
Plus, risking his life to save another. One man climbs a tree in the Bronx to save an animal stuck there for a week. We'll have the dramatic video.
Oh, but first, dust devils tear through an elementary school sporting event. Look at this. Even lifting a child in the air at one point. We're going to tell you how everybody made it to safety.
Here's another live look from Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Hundreds of Prince fans right outside of Spike Lee's home to honor Prince tonight.
That's right. We will be right back with a look. Incredible.
Just want your extra time and your kiss. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all
per month, or get a $289 per month lease on the 2016 Pathfinder. Take on Mother Nature. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
I think we should have taken a left at the river.
Tarzan, no. Where Tarzan go?
Tarzan does not know where Tarzan go. Hey, excuse me, do you know where the waterfall is? Waterfall?
No. Me, Tarzan. King of jungle.
I know you wanted to.
If you're a couple, you fight over directions. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You have to do that right in my ear.
PIX 11 News, sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Whirling clouds of dust took students by surprise. Check that out. Outside of a school there in a province of China, the mini twisters, or dust devils as they're called, touching down 3 times as the students there were taking part in sports day. Each of those little dust devils about 90 to 100 feet high. One student had minor head injuries and got sucked up into the air by that third dust devil, just like those. He was treated at the hospital. He's expected to make a full recovery.
Look at that. It looks like it's like sped up, and it's not.
It's just incredible, right?
All right, a real troubling scene inside of a Wisconsin high school. A teacher's aide caught attacking a student inside the classroom. Look at this. I got to tell you, that is really hard to look at. The altercation started with an argument. The teacher's aide then slammed the 14-year-old right to the ground. He's also heard on tape cursing at the boy. School security had to break up that fight. The teacher's aide was arrested and charged with child abuse in the case. The student there in the red suffered minor injuries.
Look at that, look at that. Yeah, really? Really? That's what you want? Really?
A Little League baseball game in Florida really got out of hand Saturday when the coaches started fighting. The fisticuffs began after an argument over a player substitution. Other coaches had to break up the fight. Police had to be called. You said it earlier, John, but that little boy's, like his stance says everything. He's stunned.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't. Anyway, they were read their Miranda rights to the coach who threw the first punch, but the others decided not to press charges, so the matter was dropped in the end.
He's thinking, I guess that's
So
how you handle
sad.
it when you're a man. You just
know,
beat
it's
each
so
other up.
sad.
Not a good lesson. All right, a Brazilian ad agency introducing a new way of fighting the spread of Zika virus. Bus ads. The bus ads kill mosquitoes, apparently. The billboards mimic the smell of human sweat. Wow. They also blast carbon dioxide to imitate human breathing. It attracts mosquitoes, and the fluorescent lights also draw in those pests. And they get trapped and apparently die of hydration there. About 100 are killed a day. The billboards are in Rio. It is not known if they will be installed in other parts of the country. New York Presbyterian Hospital has been fined $2.2 million for revealing patient information without their consent. The violations occurred after the hospital gave the ABC reality TV show New York Med access to its facility. The Department of Health and Human Services says filming showed one patient dying, another in significant distress. Angry family members sued. Along with fines, the hospital will be monitored for 2 years. Well, tomorrow, City Bike will offer free rides in honor of Earth Day. It's also Car-Free New York City Day, where New Yorkers are encouraged to leave the cars at home to make their commute more environmentally friendly. To claim your free ride, you have to go to the City Bike website and provide a name, a valid email address, and then you'll be emailed a code to redeem that free ride.
Well, every day, about 40 tons of trash is removed from trash cans that are underground. That is every single day, but it doesn't count what's actually thrown on those tracks. That trash causes a lot of track fires, which in turn cause delays for all of us. But the MTA says it does have a solution to this. PIX 11's Greg Mocker is talking trash tonight and has the story.
Not that many.
This is only a test, a model, a dream, but you have to start somewhere. It is a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. Trash on the tracks is a big problem for the MTA. The agency's garbage trains are old and they break down a lot. Students from Baruch College Campus High School have engineered an idea, a subway sweeper for use inside the stations.
The bed of a work train while it's moving, it could just, pick up the trash along while it's moving.
We can stand back and just let it be controlled via remote, and it makes things a lot more easier.
Is this the 2.0 version of it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
President Obama gave it a test run at the 6th annual White House Science Fair.
How long did it take you guys to put this all together?
I looked back at the video and I realized how much I was smiling the whole time. But the president was a really nice guy.
I think at this point we're just sort of marketing it to potential investors so that we can actually sell it and actually get it out there. Because right now all we have is a quarter-scale prototype that isn't actually working on the track. So that's our next step at this point.
But after you get to the White House, that's impressive for the resume.
Last year, the MTA ordered specially designed new vacuum trains. New York City Comptroller Scott Stringer is watching.
An audit we did exposed the fact that 97% of our tracks are just littered with dirt. It's really disgusting. We need a solution, and the young students from Baruch came up with a solution, a vacuum train that actually works.
And we can do something about this problem by carrying our things around, so let me say that first. And the official new vacuum trains, they're being made in France, $23 million for 3 of them, so they're kind of expensive. Hopefully we'll see one by the end of this year.
That's great for the kids. I mean, they're extremely innovative, and to get to go to the White House
And it's
nice.
a simple idea.
Yeah, it is.
Same as your sweeper, your vacuum at home. And the way that these vacuum trains work, they can clean out the tunnels, but they're so old, the one we have now, hopefully this new one will keep things clean.
You wonder, even though they're so expensive, that they save money down the line when you're saying it causes track fires and delays, and those are dollars adding up.
And they need it. It's amazing that we have as old the trains that we have now, because it's a big problem.
No question about it. Greg, thank you. John.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime. It is showtime. The owners of the Will Ferrell-themed bar, they are back at it again with a new place dedicated to Tim Burton and his cast of misfits with Beetle House. Set to open this month, and the booze and food menu uses, quote, meat sourced locally from 100% innocent humans captured wild on the streets of New York City.
What?
They have a sense of humor, that's for sure. Let's hope it.
I hope so, too. All right, let's talk weather, Mr. G. Hopefully you don't get captured on the streets of New York.
Oh, I've been 56 degrees and I slept 69 degrees in the city. We had a high temperature today of 73 degrees, humidity 45%. The humidity's coming up. The winds southwest are coming in. The leading edge of a cold front is approaching. The clouds are thickening up. And finally, after 9 days, we're going to get some rain around here, much needed. The leading edge of that front is approaching. It's going to pass on through here. Let's watch it. And the Stampin' Time gets in here, looks like in the afternoon between 2 and 5 o'clock. It will be scattered about, and then another shock comes through after midnight, and it looks like it wants to linger until the morning hours and then get out of here. So it's scattered showers, mostly in the afternoon, stray shower early, and then after 2 o'clock to about 5, scattered about at night. The whole weekend looks great. Saturday during the day, progressively more sun, and then on Sunday, a ton of sun as well. The amount of rain in and around the tri-state area, probably about a ½ an inch. Let's go to the end of the month, okay? Here we are on the 24th. Here we are on the 27th, and here we are on the 30th, and this month will end up again 6 months in a row on the mild side. The last 2 weeks just great. Hello, May, starting out very warm as well. There's your Friday, there's your Saturday. I've got your Sunday. We'll have it later on.
All right, G, thanks.
Well, the Video Music Awards coming back to New York City. Coming up, we're going to tell you where they're going to be held this year, a place they've actually never been held before.
But first, a cat trapped in a tree in the Bronx for a whole week. How one man risked his life to get the little guy down.
Plus, many Ashley Madison users suing the Affair website for exposing their secrets. What a judge says they must do first if they want to proceed.
And it was just a rough night for both the Rangers and the Yankees. Show you how things went down. Plus, who's the biggest flirt in the NBA? What about the player who's most likely to get in trouble with the law? Well, I'm playing most likely with the Cavs' J.R. Smith. You guys have to see this. PIX 11 Sports Desk starts at 10:45. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Green Brooklyn, outside of Spike Lee's home. Hundreds of people honoring Prince, blasting his hits all night long. Coming up, though, we're going to show you where another big party is going on. We'll be right back.
Felt a little ill when I saw all the pictures of the jockeys that were there before me.
On tomorrow's PIX 11 Morning News, like it or not, your credit score counts. And whether it's good or bad, there's always room to improve. We'll show you how. Plus, from biodegradable beauty to eco-friendly fashion, see how you can go green and still look great. And actor LaMonica Garrett joins us live tomorrow from 5 to 9 on the PIX 11 Morning News.
This price is so low. Trying to make me eat my greens?
No, just trying to save you some green.
Thousands of blue tags, thousands of low prices. My Stop & Shop. Now save every week on rotisserie chicken, just $4.99 each. Before the Cadillac ATS-V shook the establishment. Before every angle was carved for competition. Before road ready meant track capable. Before its speed left the segment behind. Before it all, the Cadillac ATS. The fastest turbo 4-cylinder sedan in its class. Daring runs in the family. Get this low mileage lease on this ATS from around $299 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Monster Jam. See 20 of the biggest Monster Jam trucks, including Gravedigger and more. Kids tickets are just $10. That's right, kids tickets are just $10 this Saturday at MetLife Stadium.
And over here are Hyundai SUVs, Tucson, Santa Fe Sport, and 7-passenger Santa Fe.
And all three offer available blind spot detection, I presume?
Indeed.
Could have used that in my last debate.
And they're all backed by America's best warranty.
Get the 2016 Tucson for only $155 a month with $35.05 due at signing.
They will lower taxes.
That's not entirely accurate.
Don't wait. This event ends May 2nd. You know us for carpet cleaning, but Stanley Steamer also cleans tile and grout for a fresh look. Call now about our tile cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
This is what precision looks like, helping you see what's hard to see, thanks to Terrain Denali's Side Blind Zone Alert that uses radar to watch your blind spots. So it's true, Mom does have eyes in the back of her head. The new, meticulously crafted 2016 Terrain Denali from GMC. This is the precision of professional grade. Or current non-GM lessees, use your $500 auto show cash to get this low mileage lease on this Terrain SLE1 for around $169 per month.
Great price on this boneless chicken. Yeah, we love low prices. No bones about it.
Thousands of blue tags, thousands of low prices. My Stop & Shop. Now save every week on Gatorade Thirst Quenchers 10 for $10.
Dodge, loaded with technology and excitement. During the spring clearance event, current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low mileage lease on the 2016 Challenger for $139 a month.
One Bronx kitty still has all 9 lives intact after she was rescued from a tree after 5 days.
Ready? Calm down, calm down. Calm down, please calm down. Just calm down. Calm down. Ready? Calm down, please.
Oh, little sweetie. Well, Missy somehow climbed about 7 stories to the top of the tree and would not budge. Residents called the police and the fire department, but the cat was too high to rescue. That is when a Good Samaritan climbed the tree to rescue the cat and dropped her into a blanket that was waiting down below where they wrapped her up. Missy was taken to the vet for a checkup, given fluids and antibiotics, and is back home safe and sound. Her owner said she will not open the windows quite so widely anymore. Little sweetie.
New York values, once again, right there.
Exactly.
Guy climbs a tree, saves the cat. How about that? All right, Texas family overjoyed to have their stolen toy Poodle back, even though it's been given a new hairdo.
Aww.
The pooch now has bright pink ears and a matching tail. Looks kind of cool to me. Her fur is shaved off. It was snatched from the home 5 weeks ago. An Amber Alert went out for the missing pet. A neighbor spotted the poodle just a few blocks from home. The owners think their pet was dyed as a disguise. Interesting. Whatever the color, they say they are just glad to have the dog home.
The dog seems happy regardless, just happy to be there with a ball in the mouth.
You
and
think
keep
he
going.
feels all like his bad self with his pink hair?
Makes me so mad, people. I'll tell you what. Yeah. All right, more to come in the PIX 11 news tonight. We showed you the big party in Fort Greene, but some stars are also honoring Prince in Williamsburg. We're going to take you there live coming up.
Plus, tens of thousands of voters purged from rosters. It apparently was caused by a simple error. And that's what they're saying anyway. Why that may cost someone their job.
Plus, New York's Attorney General targeting 2 of New York's biggest drugstore chains. What they're accused of doing at the register that cost New Yorkers big time.
First, Caitlin's taken. Now who else? Everybody's gonna realize sooner or later that I don't have my speed. I'm just a regular guy.
How are we gonna stop that guy?
The suit will only absorb one of Gray's punches. Anything more than that, you'll be like a piñata.
Please.
The Flash. Tuesday at 8 on the WPIX 11.
How would you sum up this car in one word?
Swanky.
Sexy. Sexy.
Luxurious.
Classy, fast, sporty, sharp, innovative. Sleek luxury sedan.
Okay, that's more than one word.
This is the all-new 2016 Chevy Malibu.
That's impressive.
Where's the local dealer around here?
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this all-new 2016 Chevy Malibu LT for around $199 a month.
Well, I hope we have a buyer for the house.
Me too.
What are the neighbors doing here?
Bill, hey! I didn't know your home Wi-Fi could stream so many devices at the same time.
Dad, it's Time Warner Cable. 300 megs, crazy fast. Dad, you can get Wi-Fi all over this place.
Cool.
Make your home as connected as possible. Get 50 meg internet with unlimited data for $39.99 per month and ask about free installation. Call 1-855-1TWC.
Good morning, this is your captain speaking. It's a beautiful day with sunny skies and a lake tailwind out of the northeast.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see.
The new JetBlue card. It's like having JetBlue with you wherever you go. Get 3 times points on JetBlue purchases, 2 times at restaurants and grocery stores, and 1 time on all other purchases. The new JetBlue card.
Safety should always be the first, second, and third priority.
When it comes to safety, Toyota has you covered. Highlander's available blind spot monitor helps you know when it's safe to change lanes. Sienna's available pre-collision system warns you of a possible frontal collision. And RAV4 offers available Siri Eyes Free to help you keep your eyes on the road instead of your phone. Right now, lease RAV4 for just $189 a month, or get 0% APR for 60 months on the new 2016 RAV4 or Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
The weather report is brought to you by Toyota. See where Toyota takes you. Toyota, let's go places. Live from Studio 2A in PIX Plaza, you're watching the PIX 11 News at 10 with Tamsen Fadal and John Muller.
He defined the 80s with his music, his style. He defied the music industry in the name of art. And tonight, the world mourns the death of Prince. And Brooklyn throwing a big party tonight in his honor. We thank you for sticking with us for the 10 o'clock news. I'm John Muller.
I'm Tamsen Fadal. An autopsy will be performed tomorrow to determine Prince's exact cause of death. So let's recap the latest on what we know right now. He was found unresponsive in an elevator at his home in Minnesota. This morning, paramedics tried to revive him, but it was too late. Some reports suggest that he was secretly suffering from a severe illness, maybe lymphoma. Last Friday, Prince was rushed